We get bored less than our ancestors, but somehow we fear boredom far more. Think about it. When was the last time you sat in silence, with no phone, no music, no screen? Most of us panic at the thought. We scroll endlessly, binge videos, play games, anything to avoid being alone with our thoughts. But here's the twist. Boredom is not your enemy. In fact, boredom may be one of the most powerful tools you'll ever have. It has shaped the lives of great thinkers, inventors, and leaders. And if you embrace it, it could change your life too. Today, we live in a world of endless stimulation. Many of us can't even go to the bathroom without a phone. We fear silence. We fear being left with our own thoughts. And yet, avoiding boredom has consequences. When you never give your mind space, you lose touch with yourself, with what you truly want. Your creativity fades. Your focus collapses. Your mind becomes addicted to quick dopamine hits. Let me ask you, if every moment is filled with TikTok, video games, and notifications, how can you ever create the space for a groundbreaking idea? Here's the paradox. The very thing you run from, boredom, is the soil where creativity grows. When you let yourself be bored, something amazing happens. Suddenly, the tasks you've been avoiding don't seem so impossible anymore. Studying, building a business, writing, tackling challenges, they all feel more engaging than just doing nothing. Procrastination fades because the alternative is pure silence. Let me take you back a few centuries. Isaac Newton, one of the greatest minds in history, was sitting in his garden, bored. Nothing to distract him. And then the famous apple fell. That moment of boredom sparked a question. What force pulled the apple down? Could it be the same force that keeps the moon in orbit? This simple thought led to the law of universal gravitation, a discovery that changed physics and laid the foundation for modern science. Now imagine if Newton had TikTok. Would he have ever noticed the apple? Would he have asked the question that reshaped our understanding of the universe? Newton didn't just come up with an idea, he built the math to prove it. He realized the same force that pulls an apple to Earth is what holds planets in orbit. He gave us formulas that became the foundation for astronomy, engineering, and even biology. It all started with boredom, with sitting alone, letting his mind wander. Another story, James Watt, the Scottish inventor. He was staring at a boiling kettle in his kitchen, just sitting, just bored. But instead of running from the feeling, his mind started asking, why does steam escape in such a wasteful way? That small thought led him to redesign the steam engine, making it efficient, reliable, and powerful. His invention fueled the Industrial Revolution and shaped the modern world. Again, boredom, silence, reflection, the space to ask questions. Fast forward to modern times. Steve Jobs, the visionary behind Apple, was known for innovation, but many of his ideas came not in moments of busyness, but boredom. On a long, dull flight, frustrated by the lack of entertainment, Jobs imagined a device that could hold thousands of songs in your pocket. That idea became the iPod, and the iPod reshaped music forever. Once again, boredom, reflection, revolutionary idea. Great thinkers also spoke about boredom. Friedrich Nietzsche warned, "He who completely protects himself against boredom protects himself against himself." Immanuel Kant believed boredom pushes us beyond our small world, into new ideas and possibilities. They knew that the discomfort of boredom isn't a curse, it's a doorway to creativity. But here's our modern challenge. When every moment can be filled with TikTok, YouTube, or video games, it's harder than ever to just sit in silence. And because of that, our ability to focus collapses. If your brain is used to constant dopamine spikes, flashy videos, fast games, endless scrolling, everything else feels dull. Work, study, even relationships can feel meaningless compared to the constant hit of digital pleasure. That's why many people can't concentrate, can't stay motivated, can't stick to their goals. It's not because they're lazy, it's because their brains are overloaded. But if you choose boredom, if you spend time alone, reflecting, journaling, walking without headphones, you give your brain space to breathe. Suddenly, ideas appear. Connections form. You start to notice things you never paid attention to. Tasks you avoided seem easier. And your procrastination fades, because doing the work feels more engaging than just staring into silence. This is the paradox. Boredom makes hard things easier. Research backs this up. Studies show that people who allow their minds to wander often come up with more creative solutions than those constantly stimulated. When you're bored, your brain enters a default mode, connecting ideas in new ways. That's why Newton saw gravity in an apple, Watt saw potential in steam, and Jobs saw the future in a dull flight. Boredom is not wasted time. It's creative incubation. Today, we've lost this skill. People are terrified of being alone with their minds. We fill every silence with noise, and in doing so, we lose the ability to reflect, to focus, to innovate. If Newton had TikTok, if Watt had Netflix, if Jobs had endless distractions, would they have changed the world? Probably not. The challenge for us is clear. In a world of overstimulation, boredom is now a superpower. So what's the lesson? Stop running from boredom. Don't fear it. Embrace it. Because boredom reconnects you with yourself. It forces you to face your thoughts. It gives birth to creativity and innovation. Next time you feel bored, don't escape. Don't reach for your phone. Let yourself sit in silence. Let your mind wander. Who knows? Maybe your own apple will fall, and your life will never be the same. Now let me ask you, when was the last time you were truly bored?